Now, from the area's leader in live local news, this is WYLN News, the area's #1 source of live local news and information in Luzerne, Schuylkill, Carbon, and Columbia counties. WYLN News starts now.
Good evening, and thank you for joining us on WYLN News. I'm Julia Wiegand. 6 drug violators were taken off the streets Wednesday by Pennsylvania State Police. The individuals were arrested within a 13-hour time frame after 2 narcotics investigations and a traffic stop. The first 3 people were arrested around 6:15 p.m. after a warrant was issued at 637 Alter Street. Police seized drugs and a stolen gun. Luis Ledesma Apont, Jenny Uret, and Felipe Pena Rodriguez were taken into custody and charged with numerous drug violations. 40-year-old Victor Diaz was arrested after a traffic stop Wednesday afternoon on West Hollywood Boulevard after troopers found around a pound of marijuana in the vehicle. An evening drug bust landed Carlos Liriano and Jose Mateo Colon in prison after a drug deal in Hazel Township. Troopers seized cash and around 1,000 packets of suspected heroin and fentanyl. South Grand Street in Shenandoah is closed to traffic after 2 homes collapsed on Thursday night. 25 and 27 South Grand Street collapsed around 7 p.m. Thursday. According to police, the buildings were in deplorable condition. The Borough Street Department blocked the street to both vehicle and pedestrian traffic. Crews worked today to remove the debris and will determine to have the buildings demolished. Some districts in Luzerne County may see a delay in getting property tax bills because of last month's cyber attack on the county's computer network. The assessor's office has not been able to access the real estate database, which prevents it from performing required certifications of tax bills. County officials have advised school districts to move bill issue dates to no earlier than August 1st. Bills are usually mailed between July 1st to early August. Tax certification will be the top priority for the assessor's office after it can regain access to the database. School districts will be updated on the status of certifications July 15th. A Wilkes-Barre teacher had some charges against her dropped after a victim refused to testify earlier this week. 37-year-old Jamie Lynn Andrews, a Dodson Elementary special education teacher, is accused of throwing rocks at her estranged lover's home. Counts of criminal mischief and harassment were dismissed against her Wednesday. She faced the offenses for allegedly hitting Jeffrey Wakawayak after he tried to break off the relationship. She also allegedly slashed a tire on Wakawayak's wife's vehicle. Other charges were also dropped against her after she entered into an agreement to pay over $1,000 in restitution to the Wakawayaks. Andrews is still awaiting a trial on driving under the influence charges in a separate case. Now, after pleading guilty to conspiracy to distribute drugs, a Shenandoah man received his sentencing. 29-year-old Derek Yashinsky admitted to distributing heroin and transporting other drug traffickers to Paterson, New Jersey and Hazleton to obtain large quantities of heroin on multiple occasions. In all, he was involved in the transportation and distribution of between 16,000 and 28,000 retail bags of heroin. He was one of 11 people charged in the investigation and was sentenced Wednesday to serve 28 months imprisonment, followed by 2 years of supervised release. The American Civil Liberties Union filed a federal lawsuit against Pennsylvania State Police. The suit claims that some PSP troopers have routinely violated the law by stopping and holding people based on their Latino appearance. It names Trooper Luke Mackey, who allegedly converted routine traffic stops into immigration arrests. It also names the state of Pennsylvania and 6 other individual troopers as defendants. The lawsuit also cited 5 incidents of immigration enforcement where claims were neither instigated nor requested by U.S. Immigration and Customs Enforcement. The plaintiffs in the case seek both damages and vindication of their constitutional right to be free from unlawful detention. After 2.5 hours last night, the Hazleton Area School Board approved a tax increase for district residents in 3 counties and reduced cash on hand to cover a deficit. Although the millage increases, Hazleton Area continues to have the lowest tax rates of any district in each of the 3 counties it touches. Property tax rates will increase by 5.6% in Luzerne County, 4.43% in Schuylkill County, and 3.65% in Carbon County. The millage raised to 10.93 in Luzerne, meaning a home assessed at $100,000 would pay just over $56 more than last year. Carbon's millage rose to 27.169 and Schuylkill jumped to 33.568 mills. The district's website will allow residents to calculate their new tax rates, which includes the $394 exemption homeowners receive on their primary home. The budget projects revenues at $160 million, but spending at $162.6 million. Evening the deficit will leave the district with a projected fund balance of $1.36 million. The district was able to cut nearly $8.64 million off their deficit since January. A $10 million loan to the district will cover their pools to classrooms conversions, as well as reducing libraries to gain 12 more classrooms. Since the YWCA and daycare will close come July, the board compensated that loss by voting to start a kids academy to provide instruction and care from 7 a.m. until the start of school and again from the end of school until 6 p.m. at $25 a day per student.
We have a problem. We're bleeding. We need to stop bleeding. So this is an opportunity for us to look at the possibility of stopping that bleeding and providing the district with another opportunity that provides students with more access to academics.
Hazleton Area is expected to receive more than $82 million total from the state for basic and special education. Although the board approved the budget 5-4, both sides agreed that the state needs to step up and provide more help to the Hazleton Area School District. Coming up on WYLN News, LVPG is getting sued. Details are up ahead. Plus, raises were handed out left and right for some HCA employees last night. But first, let's take a look at our 7-day forecast. Sunny days are on hold tomorrow. Storms with a high of 83 and a low of 60. But the rays are back on Sunday, high of 73 and a low of 54. Next week, we hit 80s and sunshine. We'll be right back.
SJ Kowalski is your Mitsubishi Diamond Contractor. They can install a Mitsubishi electric Mr. Slim ductless heating and cooling system. Mr. Slim systems are designed to make any living space in your home inviting. You can have a different temperature control for every room in your home. The money-saving technology can save you 25 to 50% on your heating bill. For Mitsubishi, Rinnai, and trained comfort specialists, call SJ Kowalski at 570-455-2600.
It's okay that everybody ignores me when I drive. It's fine, because I get a safe driving bonus check every 6 months I'm accident-free. Because I don't use my cell phone when I'm driving, even though my family does and leaves me all alone. Here's something else. I don't share it with Mom. Right, Mom? I have a brand new putter you don't even know about. It's awesome.
Safe driving bonus checks only from Allstate. Switching to Allstate is worth it.
Visit your local Allstate agent, the McNeilis Agency in Hazleton at 1092 North Church Street, or in Hometown Hometown Village Square.
It's Hemi again from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram in Tamaqua to let you know we're going topless during the Jeep Celebration event where you get the lowest prices and no sales gimmicks. So head into summer in a new Jeep from All-American Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram where there's no bones about getting dealer invoice pricing every day.
A medical malpractice lawsuit was filed yesterday against the Lehigh Valley Physician Group after a woman died a day after being treated and released. The suit alleges that 54-year-old Lori Nichols died a day after being seen at Express Care in the Hazleton Shopping Center. Nicholas was seen on September 3rd of 2017, where she complained of abdominal pain and nausea. She had a history of high blood pressure and smoking. Now Nicholas was diagnosed by a physician's assistant with diarrhea and mild dietary indigestion. Less than 24 hours later, she was pronounced dead of cardiorespiratory arrest. Her family filed the lawsuit, claiming the physician group consciously disregarded the known risk of cardiopulmonary emergency in a woman with her presentation. State Representative Tara Toohill said that she supports a no-tax hike budget bill. Toohill joined her colleagues in passing the 2019-2020 state budget proposal earlier this week. Proposed House Bill 790 increases education funding without raising taxes for Pennsylvania residents. Toohill commented on the $33.9 billion spending plan by saying that because of fiscal restraint, we are able to deposit about $300 million into the rainy day fund. adding to last year's $22 million payment. The budget raises school funding to record levels, and the spending plan sets a new high of $12.8 billion for pre-K education. House Bill 790 is currently under consideration in the Senate. The 2019-2020 Pennsylvania state budget was sent to Governor Tom Wolf this week. The $34 billion budget calls for a 2% Medicaid rate increase for personal home care providers. The Pennsylvania Home Care Association consists of 700 home care agency members across the Commonwealth. CEO of the organization, Vicki Hoke, says they're grateful to lawmakers and the governor for approving the increase for the workforce that makes it possible for older Pennsylvanians and those with disabilities to remain in their homes. She went on to say the legislators' decision to include this increase in the state budget was not only supportive of people who need services, but was also a wise fiscal decision. This is the first proposed increase for personal assistance service providers in more than 5 years. A resolution giving 8 management-level employees at Hazleton City Authority raises and bonuses of between $500 and $2,000 last night was approved. The pay increases that are retroactive to April 1st will have no impact on water rates in the 2019-2020 fiscal year. The resolution passed with no discussion among HCA and no opposition from the public. Bonuses and raises were also listed but did not include full salaries. This was a few weeks after the Greater Hazleton Joint Sewer Authority approved an organizational restructuring and awarded raises ranging between 1.33% and 26.67% to some of its employees. Coming up on Raven Run's News Choice, your week in review. Plus, we're taking it back to 1776 in Community Anew. And speaking of 1776, here's where you can check out some fireworks. Stay with us.
This is beautiful.
It sure is, and on previous episodes we've talked a lot about all the great things there are to do in the Poconos.
But after all the jet skiing, rafting, and golfing, you might just want to kick back and relax and enjoy some great food and music.
That's right, the Poconos is known for world-class entertainment. Let's take a look on this edition of Pocono Mountains Magazine. We're here at Cove Haven Resort, one of the legacy properties in the Pocono Mountains, with Hector. He's going to tell us all about the Great Bonfire Series.
Well, the Bonfire Series is something we have every Tuesday and Thursday here at Cove Haven. It's a great activity for all the guests. They love the entertainment, the bonfires. They come out and enjoy the old-fashioned experience.
Coming from a bonfire, we're at a place that's really hot, the legendary Mount Airy Casino and Resort with Sarah.
That's right, Chris, and we have world-class entertainment year-round, but we really shine during the summer months with our outdoor pavilion, which seats over 2,000 people, and we have names from Alanis Morissette to Earth, Wind & Fire and Lee Brice.
There's nothing like having a downtown theater that brings in a variety of acts. We're here at the Sherman Theater. Dan, give us a little bit of information on what we can expect.
Well, we're an ideal space that could fit up to 1,800 people. We have shows ranging from community theater all the way to Irish dance groups, and some big names such as Jeff Tate, Stone Temple Pilots, and rap.
We're here at Penn's Peak, one of the premier entertainment venues here in the Poconos. Michael, what makes this place so special?
Rody's Restaurant, an amazing view with burgers and wings. And Penn's Peak, we host bands and entertainers from all over the world.
The Poconos have the best concert and entertainment venues right here in your backyard.
To find out more about our world-class entertainment choices, please visit us at PoconoMountains.com/magazine.
Welcome to Community Anew, and today we are going to take a trip back in time, back to the year 1776. No phones, no motor cars, but a lot of big doings in Philadelphia and a lovely young couple. Hello, young couple.
Hello, young host.
Oh, thank you so much. Oh, Adam, big points there. Woo! I have with me Adam Randis and Jessica Schaefer, who are Abigail Adams and John Adams. 1776, Adam, one of my favorite shows.
Mine too. Absolutely.
So much fun.
Indeed.
For anybody who doesn't know 1776, give us a little bit of the background.
It essentially takes place in the Second Continental Congress at the outbreak of what would become known as the American Revolution, and it centers around the question of, would America formally declare its independence, try to break away from England? What sort of a country would it want to become in separating from England? And all of the different factions in the Congress with their own opinions on those questions, whether or not to stay with England, whether to break away, what kind of a country it would be, a country of independent states, a united country together. And in the midst of all this, we also have the central figure, kind of the mover and shaker, the dynamo, John Adams, trying to push forward loudly and obnoxiously for independence.
Sit down, John. Abigail, must be kind of difficult when the men are gone away. And this has gone on for how long now? Years that they've been gone. And you're back home in Massachusetts.
That's right.
So from her perspective, Jessica, when you look at it and you think the difference between then and today, what are you thinking as you're portraying this woman?
Well, part of it was, as we were just discussing before we came here, the distance is so much greater without having modern travel, transportation. So to get from where he is to where I am would take a few weeks, whereas it wouldn't be that difficult in today's society. So I think the stakes are a little bit higher, and it causes them to really have that void and miss each other a lot more.
And it's so much fun because you get to see an entirely different depth of people who are characters than just you might read in the history book. And your relationship as well as Thomas Jefferson.
Right. And there's a certain thing that we've kind of lost with modern technology and the supposed closeness that we have to each other is the intimacy of writing letters back and forth to one another. And thankfully the Adams I don't say the Adams family, but the Adams Family Trust has actually released all of the letters between John and Abigail.
Oh, I didn't know
and
that.
That's where the original lyrics writer, Sherman Edwards, basically got the dialogue between John and Abigail from.
One of the big numbers between the two of you is the whole writing of a letter, actually. And I'm going to put you on the spot because I know this is an incredible show with an incredible cast and incredible singing, but I'm going to put them on the spot right now. Can we have a little bit of John and Abigail?
Okay, let me dip my pen in the ink. All right, here we go.
Hurry home, John.
As soon as I am able.
Don't stop writing. It's all I have.
Every day, my dearest friend.
Till then,
I am as I ever was and ever shall be. Yours, 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 yours. Saltpeter, John.
Pins, Abigail.
You have to tell us where this is.
Absolutely. It's downtown Hazleton at the J.J. Ferrara Center, the Pennsylvania Theater of Performing Arts. It's 212 West Broad Street, and it's running this weekend and next weekend. And then after the 4th of July, we're kind of abutting the 4th of July here. It's a great way to celebrate the 4th of July weekend then, the 5th, 6th, and 7th, again, Friday and Saturday at 7, Sunday at 3.
See? I know when I have talent on this program because they can just pick up, do, and it is standing ovation ready. 1776, and we hope to see you again soon on Community and You. Yes! Woo!
All Care Home Care, providing quality in home care since 1986. Call and see how their team of licensed physical therapists, skilled nurses, speech, and occupational therapists can provide you with exceptional service in the comfort of your own home. They also offer dietitian, home health aide, and medical social worker services. You have a choice in your health care. For safe, friendly, qualified care, call All Care Home Care today and let their team begin taking care of you and your loved ones.